Yay, there we are. Yay, we are live. We are live for our Tuesday night starting over session, SOS, in other words, also known as. Hello, and welcome. My name is Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz, and I am the starting over coach. Yes, I am. And I'm here tonight to deliver a message to you. I promise I'm not going to be on here very long. But this is something that came up in a conversation that I had with someone. I don't know if it was last week or maybe the week before. It may have even been one before I went on my vacation, but nevertheless, this is something that I had thought about, and I know it's something that I want to talk about because we have to understand that we think being in our comfort zone is a safe space and that it's safe to be in the comfort zone. And as long as we're there, there's nothing that can shake us and we'll, be fine and everything else. But as I'm going to show you, that's not the case. So, I want to make sure that I have everything that I want to talk about in front of me, first of all. Second of all, I also want to make sure that all my notifications are turned off so that I won't get all the binging and bonging while I'm talking. Because that can be very, very irritating. So let me make sure that. And also, as I often do on my personal page, sometimes I'll have those moments where I'll just be like, okay, I've got my cards and, I feel like pulling some cards. So, what revelation do you need? What affirmation, confirmation, information are you needing? And what's really been a blessing to me is the fact that a lot of my friends are into that and they enjoy when I pull cards for them. So, one particular friend came in right after I had stopped. So I promised her that I would pull her card during the live session. Well, actually, what I should have said was I'll reveal her card during the live session. So I'm trying to see if she jumps on so I can do the reveal. If she doesn't jump on in the next couple of minutes, I'll just go ahead and do it. And also, I was going to give her some information about the card that she pulled. So, but a lot of times when I'm on my personal page, sometimes I'll do that. I'll hop on, and I'm not live or anything, but I'll just make a post and ask if somebody wants a card or needs to know something. And what I'll do is, usually, I'm never without my handy dandy cards. So I've got the One Manifesting Fertility Goddess cards. These are the ones that I pulled today. And then I have my African Goddess cards as well. Both of those are cards by my mentor and coach, Abiola Abrams. So if anybody's interested in ordering their own cards, she actually has 3 decks of cards. I'm going to get her other cards very soon. I feel like, well, first let me say, I ordered some other cards by another great coach. And I can't wait for them to come because they've been on back order for I don't know how long. And I'm just like psyched. I can't wait until they come. Another set of cards that I have are these cards, Getting into the Vortex. And these cards are actually based on, if you've ever read anything on with dealing with the law of attraction, these are relationship cards. But like I tell anybody, it's not just romantic relationships. What I use these cards, especially if I'm doing a reading for myself, sometimes I want to check my relationship with myself. Sometimes I want to check the relationship with my clients. and make sure that's in alignment. Hi Tabitha, how are you? I see you're watching. Um, so yeah, these are really good cards. I don't pull them that often. Um, but sometimes it's just necessary to know these things. So I do like this card deck a lot. I had to get used to it when I first got it. Um, so anyway, well, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the card for Demita, my friend Demita. So if she jumps on, she can just watch the replay of it. So she came in later after I had finished pulling cards, and I promised her that I would reveal her card live. So here we go. So she gave me the number 9, and this is her card. I don't know the glare there. That might be a little bit better. And I know you're probably like, I can't read that. That's okay. I'm going to read it to you. But that's just what it looks like. And this is Goddess Inan. And the affirmation on here is, I am a fierce mama warrior. Yes. And so what I wanted to share with Demita was, with these goddess fertility cards, the interesting thing is they come with a downloadable guide to kind of tell you about the different goddesses, what they represent, and everything else. They're good to stand alone, but they're also wonderful when you can get to the heart of it. And that's when I like to do an actual reading, because then we get further into more detail. And I'm going to start posting where I'm going to start doing some actual readings for you. So it's not just pulling one card. We're going to pull a few cards and do a full on reading. I'm so excited. Okay. So with this card, I just lost it. There it is. With this card, okay, so the origin of this goddess is Sumerian. She's a Sumerian goddess. The energy center is the throat chakra. What's interesting about the throat chakra, if your energy is blocked for the throat chakra, it's a couple of things. Either you are unable to speak your truth, you're unable to, or you're afraid to speak up and use your voice. You feel like your voice won't be heard, you won't be understood, and you feel powerless with your voice. Or it could be the opposite of where you're talking too much. You're talking too much and you're not doing enough listening. So usually it's the other way. It's not that people are talking too much. The reason why their throat chakra energy is blocked is because they're not speaking up. They're not speaking their truth. They're not living their truth. They feel afraid of speaking up and being seen and being heard. So that's what the throat chakra. The themes of this particular goddess are things like leadership, peace, unity, movement, war. And it's interesting because she has that sword there. So yes, war. Her symbols are rosette and an 8-point star. The principle is strength. And again, the intention, the affirmation is, I am a fierce mama warrior. I love that. So here are some of the questions that this card asks of you, okay? So, will my current choices add to my life force or rob me of my energy? How do my current choices empower me? How do my current choices disempower me? This one is good because I'm like, the universe is awesome because this is my topic tonight. So this one says, how can I step further out of my comfort zone? And what do other people most often identify as my strengths? So, Goddess Inanna. And I'm learning how to pronounce these names too. But Goddess Inanna. And she's the goddess of strength. So yes, that is Demita's card. So I hope she sees this on the replay. So let's jump on into my topic. So let's talk about why your comfort zone is the danger zone. Okay? It just is. We think of our comfort zone as comfortable. We think that we're safe and that we don't have to worry about anything. We're just, here. And as long as we're not venturing out into the unknown, we're okay. But you're not. Here's why. Number one, the reason why the comfort zone is the danger zone, the first thing is that's where everyone else is. Yes. And I don't mean everyone literally, because obviously there's some brave souls that have stepped out of their comfort zone. Yeah. But when I say everybody, I mean like everybody. Everybody is in the comfort zone. Yes. So everybody that you know is in their comfort zone. And you know what I'm talking about. See, everybody is in that steady paycheck every 2 weeks, the benefits that you may use every now and then, the pension plan. So, everybody stays in the comfort zone because it's safe, it's predictable. But that is an illusion. The danger of that is the fact that there is no real security. There's not. That job that you think that you depend on every 2 weeks to pay you, and you live by faith that they're going to pay you every 2 weeks or every 1st and 15th or every month or however you get paid, but you live by faith that that's going to happen, right? That when you get in your car and you drive to that destination, that job's going to be there. It may not. It could close at any time. You see how everything is going. You can't depend on that. But we've been trained to feel like that's a safe space. Get a job. Get a steady paycheck. Yeah, get a steady paycheck. So that way you can always pay your bills and you don't have to worry about your bills not being paid. I'm a person that can let you know, and I've been laid off on a couple of jobs due to closings. It's not steady and it's not safe. So the comfort zone is dangerous because everybody is already there. Get out of there. Number two, you don't fit in. You don't fit into the comfort zone. The reason why I know this is because I know you are hella uncomfortable right about now. You are. Because you're a square peg being shoved into a circle, and you don't fit. And it's kind of like that song back in the day by Huey Lewis and the News. And yeah, I'm telling my age, but back in the day, it was hip to be square. Yes, it is hip to be square because you weren't meant to be in that circle that you keep trying to shove yourself into, that you keep trying to fit. And like, well, maybe if I tuck and roll, maybe I'll get in there and I'll be safe and it'll all be good. But no, my lovely. No. You keep trying to squeeze into a spot where you were never meant to be. So I'm going to ask you, does that really sound comfortable to you? Does that really feel comfortable and safe? Think about that. Number three, you know what else is in the comfort zone? Mediocrity. Do you really want to live a mediocre life? That's not the life for you. You are too fabulous to have that. You are way too fabulous, way too special, way too beautiful, way too talented and inspirational and wonderful and magical and all those great things to be mediocre. We don't want the ordinary life. You need to live and want to live the extraordinary life. Hi, Demita. I already read your card because I didn't know you were coming. But if you watch it on the replay, it's at the very beginning. I promise you, I've told you some good information on your card. You pulled a good one. I'll even show it to you. But I'm going to take a picture of it because it's kind of dark and I want to make sure you can see it. But this is your card, Goddess Inanon. And I'll read you your affirmation. I am a fierce mama warrior. So, yeah, you got a great card, girl. You do. So please go back and watch the beginning of this when I'm done, okay? But yes, the mediocre life was never meant for you. You were never to have a mediocre life. Why? Because you have a calling on your life. Your life is full of purpose. You are overflowing with purpose. But just like anything else in life, if you don't use it, you will lose it. You've got gifts and talents that you know that you have, but you're afraid to use them. You're afraid to use them. You're afraid to step out. So let me help you out a little bit. I want you to go back and watch another video that I made. It's called The 3 P's of Starting Over Successfully. And I'll go ahead and tell you, like, spoiler alert, the 3 P's are prayer, plan, and power moves. Now, that's all I'm giving you. Go back and watch it, and you'll understand why I'm saying to you, again, your comfort zone is the danger zone. You don't want it where everything is so predictable. You don't want to be where everything is like lining up everything else, because you know what? Within that everything has to fit exactly in and make sense right at this moment, or else I'm not doing it. You know, God can't do anything like that. He can't. God can't show up and show out in mediocrity, if that's what you're choosing. Now, if you're asking for your life to be turned around and you want to take action and you want to do something about it, okay, great. Let's go for it. But when you're choosing to live less than what you deserve, less than who you are, then that is the mediocre life. That is the danger zone, the comfort zone. So let's recap. You don't want to be in the comfort zone. Why? Because that's where everybody else is. And you don't want to live like everybody else. You don't want to be like everybody else because you weren't created to be like everybody else. You weren't. And yes, I know, and I'm fully aware that I'm saying everybody because I want you to pay attention and I want you to hear me. That's where everybody else is. You don't want to be in the comfort zone. Number 2, you don't fit in. You're a square. Trying to get into a circle. That's not going to work. Be hip to be square. Set your own pace. Let everybody else follow you for a change. You're a leader. You got it going on. Stop following everybody else. Don't stay in that safety. Don't stay in that safety. Be around people who challenge you to raise your vibration, to raise your level of thinking. Don't be with that same group of people who aren't going anywhere, but then you have the nerve to expect them to understand that you've got a calling, that you've got a purpose, and you're trying to answer it, and you're going for it. They in the comfort zone. They're looking at you like, well, why don't you like it here? What's not to like? You got a steady paycheck every 2 weeks. You got benefits. You got a 401k and a pension. You know when you pull up at that job's gonna be there. Why do you want to step out of your comfort zone? We don't want to hear that. La 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 la. Block it out. Block it out. So you don't fit there. And number 3, mediocrity lives in the comfort zone. And you are just way too fabulous to live in mediocrity. That's not where we want to be, y'all. That's not where we want to be. I know I am way too fabulous to be anybody's ordinary. I am extraordinary. I am extra, and I'm proud to be extra. Some people can handle me, some people can't, and I'm fine with that because I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everything. Something else about the comfort zone, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this, even though I said I was going to keep this short, but I just feel like it needs to be said. In the comfort zone, you do a lot of sabotage to yourself. You do procrastination, people pleasing, self-doubt, inner bully comes in. We talk ourselves out of a lot of stuff because we're afraid. We're afraid. We're afraid that if I step out of here, what's going to happen? I can't control this. And see, that's another thing in the comfort zone. You feel like you're in control there. But the problem is you're no more in control of the comfort zone than you are outside of it. So why not go ahead and step out of it? Step out of it and try. Just give it a try. You have absolutely nothing to lose. You say, well, yeah, I could lose my house. I could lose my car. I could lose this. I could lose that. But you could also get it back. You could also get it back. You could also get you another house. You can get you another car. Let's stop using that as an excuse, because you're using that excuse to keep yourself pinned down. And you were never meant for that. You were never, ever meant for that. You weren't created for that. Because if you wanted to be ordinary, if you wanted to just stay the same, you wouldn't be watching the Starting Over session with the Starting Over coach, Coach Roz, also known as Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz. You wouldn't be watching this right now. So I'm going to add a link that I just put here. And this is for my free 5-day course, the I Challenge. If you're really serious about stepping out of your comfort zone and you want to figure some things out and start getting yourself to where you have a better understanding of where you're going, then I advise you to take that 5-day challenge, to take the I Challenge. Because there you're going to do something that you rarely do. You're going to focus on you. That's why I named it the I Challenge. Because everything that you're saying is I. Not they, not you, not we, not I. Because we as women, we don't get to really say I. We always have to include somebody else, whether it's our kids, whether it's our spouse, whether it's our, family, because we're expected to do that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking against your family, your spouse, or anything else. That's not what I'm saying at all. But when is it going to be time for you to focus on you? I say the time is now. So focus on you. Come out of that comfort zone. Come out of that comfort zone. You don't belong there. You belong out into the realm of fabulosity. You belong outside of the comfort zone. You belong in the land of abundance. No mediocrity. You're extraordinary. People tell you you're extra. Say thank you. Yes, I'm meant to be extra. I want to be extra. Extraordinary. So, you have your marching orders. Like I said, go back and watch the other video about the 3 P's of starting over successfully. I promise you will not regret that. And go ahead and get yourself into the I Challenge so you can sit and talk about you for a change. And Demita, go back and watch the beginning of this video and get your information for your card. It's awesome. And that's all I got. So thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. And I will talk to you again real soon. Hugs and kisses.